Driven by a highly motivated team, Lagos Television brings you robust programming. We are the voice of Lagos.
Good evening. Our top stories tonight. President Bola Tinubu orders police to secure Rivers local government secretariats after violence rocks the state. Lagos State House of Assembly suspends chairman of Alimosho local government, Jelili Suleiman, directs vice chairman to take over. Wife of Lagos State Governor Dr. Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu to inaugurate tuberculosis champions across local government councils. On the foreign scene, Israeli airstrike kills 10 firefighters in southern Lebanon border. Do join us shortly for more news. Many thanks for joining us. I am Joshua Murakyo. We begin the news tonight with the report that Rivers State is experiencing heightened political tension after fresh explosion and protests erupted in some local government areas. The crisis began when thugs prevented newly elected chairmen from accessing the secretariat, leading to sporadic shootings and injuries. The Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, had ordered the unsealing of the 23 local government secretariats and the withdrawal of police personnel who had occupied the councils since July. However, this directive sparked disagreement in areas like Aoda East, the local government area of Governor Fubara's Chief of Staff, Edison Ehie. Police officers fired shots into the air to disperse protesters resisting the resumption of the Aoda East chairman. In LML Local Government Council, an explosion suspected to be from dynamite set parts of the secretariat ablaze, with buildings and vehicles destroyed. Former Ambassador Orji Ngofa condemned the violence, stating that the newly elected chairman, Brain Gokba, and his supporters were determined to take over the secretariat. Additionally, unknown individuals barricaded the entrance to Omohua Council Secretariat, resisting the resumption of Chairman David Omoreju. Meanwhile, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has ordered the Nigerian police force to protect local government and secretariats in Rivers State against incursion by arsonists and vandals. Presidential spokesman Bayo Onanuga made this known in a statement after rampaging hoodlums aggrieved with the outcome of Saturday local government poll burnt down some council secretariats in the oil-rich states. The president urged all political actors to de-escalate the situation and discourage their supporters from engaging in violence or destructive actions. The president stressed that self-help has no place in a democratic system, especially after 25 years of continuous democracy. According to President Tinubu, the judiciary can settle all political disputes, and the outcome of this election should be no exception. Now, the Nigerian police force has debunked being partisan in the just concluded Rivers State local government election. The Force Public Relations Officer Olumuyiwa Adejobi, who said this at a press briefing in Lagos on the post-local government polls crisis, stressed that the force acted according to a subsisting court order by the state's High Court dated September 4, 2024, requesting security agencies to provide security during the exercise.
The Nigeria Police Force was served with an order of injunction by the Federal High Court made on the 19th of July 2024, barring the police from participating in the local government elections, deeming it unlawful. Based on the legal advice received from the first legal office, the Inspector General of Police ordered the Rivers State Police Command to abide by the ruling of the Federal High Court, and also communicated the same to the Governor of Rivers State via a letter with reference number CH 3514/IGP-SEC/ABJ/volume 38/260, dated 2nd October 2024.
We also noted that the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, ordered officials of the force in Rivers State to unseal the local government council secretariat to maintain law and order.
The Inspector General of Police, IGP Kayode Egbetokun, PhD, NPM, directed the immediate unsealing of all local government council secretariats in Rivers State, which were previously sealed when violence erupted in the state over who controls the local government secretariats between elected chairmen whose tenure expired and caretaker committee inaugurated by the state government, which matter was pending in court. The decision to unseal the local government secretariat was informed by the need to maintain neutrality in the political development in the state and align smooth functioning of democratic institutions in Rivers State.
While condemning the violence and attacks on the council secretariat, Adejobi reiterated the IGP's commitment in upholding democratic principles and fostering peace and unity in the country. Still staying with politics, the Ondo State Office of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has commenced the distribution of the non-sensitive election materials for the November 16 off-cycle governorship election in the state. The resident electoral commissioner of the state, Oluwatoyin Babalola, stated this at a press briefing on the preparation of the commission for the election. Babalola noted that a large percentage of the non-sensitive election materials for the November 16, 2024 poll have been received. She revealed that the non-sensitive election materials received have been distributed to the 18 local government areas of the state. According to her, the materials are kept in safe places as the Commission is working closely with security agencies to protect the materials. She explained that the non-sensitive election materials would be batched into arrays and polling units and would be dispatched on the eve of the election. The Ondo Rec further disclosed that the total number of registered voters in the state is now over 2 million people. Wife of the Lagos State Governor, Dr. Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu, has reeled out plans to induct female chairmen and wives of local government chairmen as tuberculosis champion and official launch of the Stop TB Partnership Lagos. Dr. Sanwo-Olu, who disclosed this while briefing newsmen in Lagos, says the move is to strengthen grassroots advocacy in the fight against tuberculosis.
The new inductees will educate, innovate, promote health-seeking behavior, debunk myths, and mobilize resources to foster community TB prevention among the populace. They will also lend their voices.
Dr. Sanwo-Olu also highlighted the significance of the Stop TB Partnership and the TB Steering Committee to strengthen TB control efforts across Lagos.
Strengthen the existing TB control programs, rebirth new TB partnership in public-private sector, collaborate and mentor other state TB partnerships that will be coming up.
The explained the diagnosis and treatment for TB are free across Lagos, with over 301 primary healthcare centers, 30 general hospitals, and several selective private hospitals offering directly observed therapy short course services. She urged citizens to seek medical attention if they experience symptoms such as persistent cough lasting more than 2 weeks. The benefits of dividends of democracy can best be described as a transformation experience in Ikorodu division of Lagos State. Lagos State Deputy Governor Dr. Obafemi Hamzat said this when he visited Ikorodu to commission some projects facilitated by member House of Representatives representing Ikorodu Federal Constituency, Honorable Jimmy Benson. Correspondent Olubukola Akinkolosho has more.
It's a beehive of activities in the city of Ikorodu. The first port of call is the courtesy visit of the Lagos State Deputy Governor, Dr. Obafemi Hamzat, on the Ayongbunre of Ikorodu, Oba Kabiru Shotobi, and his Obas in council.
We want to appreciate what the Lagos State is doing, and
Ikorodu Division, according to Dr. Hamzat, is one of the major beneficiaries of infrastructural development. However, compensation running into billions of naira has become a challenge.
Lori Ishawosa, the compensation is about 26 billion.
Then the entourage moved to the Ikorodu General Hospital for the groundbreaking of a trauma center. The Chief Medical Director, Dr. Taiwo Hassan, says the hospital has 32 departments with 4,500 patients daily. He says with the facilities in the hospital, having a trauma center is laudable for the well-being of residents.
Over 23,000 patients that come to the hospital, about 16,000 of them in Lagos State is about trauma. So we cannot but have this center because it's going to reduce the morbidity and the mortality from trauma-related conditions.
The trauma center is expected to be completed in 9 months.
Seeing the design, it's fantastic, it's awesome. We don't pray that we have accidents. We don't pray that anything bad happens to us. But as a city, as a state, we must prepare for emergencies.
Then the commissioning of Lambo-Lasuwon Road. The 1.6-kilometer road connects 12 other roads and 4 communities.
Let us take ownership of these things.
Ikorodu is one of the divisions in Lagos State. It is the 12th largest city in Nigeria and it's the 2nd largest local government in Lagos. With a population of over 1 million people, Ikorodu is fast growing in terms of infrastructural development in Lagos State, with Honorable Jimmy Benson on board. Olubukola Akinkolosho, LTV News.
The Lagos State House of Assembly has suspended indefinitely the chairman of the Alimosho local government area, Jelili Suleiman. Sitting at plenary, the lawmakers resolved that the vice chairman of the council, Akinpelu Johnson, should take over the running of the affairs of the council. Olatunde Yusuf has more.
The chairman was suspended in a unanimous vote by the lawmakers at a plenary over an alleged non-compliance, defiance and unyielding attitude to the Legislative House. Moving a motion for his suspension, the chairman of the House Committee on Local Government Administration, Chieftaincy Affairs and Rural Development, Honorable Ganiu Sani Okanlawon, recalled that in April 2024, pandemonium broke out in Iyanokwaja axis of Alimosho local government, leading to the death of one Mr. Michael Ajayi. Honorable Okanlawon, whose committee was saddled with the responsibility to investigate the cause of the pandemonium, said it was discovered that the suspended chairman masterminded the chaos. According to the chairman of the committee, all stakeholders involved in the issue were invited to the house, but the suspended chairman continued to show acts of misconduct to the committee. He therefore called for immediate suspension of the chairman with relevant sections of 1999 Constitution as amended.
We see this as a gross misconduct, and we also see it as the meaning and the best into this institution called Lagos State Assembly. So in view of all of that, I therefore move that we invoke the relevant section of the law, provide the local government administration law of 2016, section 24A, subsection 1, 2, 3, 4, which has to do with suspension. So I move that the chairman be suspended forthwith.
While supporting the call for the suspension, other lawmaker says the action will make other local government chairmen adhere to principles of democracy. They said the report submitted by the committee underscored the council chairman's consistent non-compliance with financial regulations with significant irregularities in his records.
Chairman does not follow procurement processes. Secondly, the chairman does not follow the budget, the approved budget. Just spend money the way he likes. Like for instance, there's a time that we were supposed to purchase a vehicle. You presented 2 letters. First letter was 319 million, and the second one was 369 million. And we confirmed from the Ministry of Local Government, and they said they only signed 1 out of those 2 letters. I think Mr. Speaker, there have been a lot of misconduct from the chairman of an local government. So I want to go in line with what my colleague have said, that the chairman is suspended. The local government in Lagos State has graciously benefited from the allocation coming from the federation. And if proper oversight is not done on this, it will lead to the Russians not having benefit from the painstaking effort of Mr. President.
The Speaker, Right Honorable Mudashiru Obasa, who presided over the plenary, directed the Clerk of the House to communicate the Assembly's resolution to all relevant authorities. Olatundo Yusuf, LTV News.
Thank you, Olatundo. The Lagos State government will continue to prioritize the effective administration of local government by ensuring the smooth running of the 3rd tier of government at the grassroots. Chairman, Local Government Service Commission, Honorable Kamal Bayewu, and Permanent Secretary gave the assurance at the annual gathering of the Local Government Service Commission and Office of Local Government Establishment and Training. Correspondent Olumide Ojo reports.
Gathered at the Jubilee Chalet were public servants who ensure the smooth operation of local governments across the state at their annual retreat to reflect on their job delivery for the year. Chairman, Local Government Service Commission, Honorable Kamal Bayewu, and others spoke about the annual stock taking.
The importance of local government cannot be overemphasized. That is the government that is closer to the people. It is the grassroots government. This is where development comes in. This is where you can feel the effect of dividend of democracy. This is where people can walk into their government and they can be part of the government.
Speakers addressed the gathering, sharing vital information to update their skill sets and knowledge on the job at hand.
We provide exemplary people in the local government who manage the affairs of the local government. We recruit them, we empower them. Ministry of Establishment and Training trains them. They assist the chairman to carry out all projects and functions of the local government.
Our role really is to superintend over career management of the officers in the local governments. So we ensure that they are appropriately trained to deliver the dividends of democracy. We ensure effective career management of the officers so that they are well placed to play their role.
We all need to be creative in what we are doing. We should not rely on what people have been doing in the past. So there is room for innovation, improvements, so that we can bring Lagos State governance to a next level.
Honorable Bayewu said local governments in Lagos State have autonomy, stressing that the state government prioritizes staff training and capacity building.
I've been enjoying autonomy in Lagos State, and that's why you can see a lot of developments that are coming up from the local government, from the local council development areas, and the dividends of democracy is actually coming to the people through the autonomy that the local government in Lagos State are enjoying.
The theme of the program for the year 2024 is Innovation, Panacea for Effective Leadership in the Unified Local Government Service. Olumide Ojo, LTV News. Now, the Lagos State government is joining the rest of the world to mark the year 2024 Cybersecurity Awareness Month, with a challenge to all to prioritize online safety. Commissioner for Innovation, Science and Technology, Tubosun Alaki, said the state government will celebrate the 2024 Cybersecurity Awareness Month to highlight the growing importance of cybersecurity in the daily lives of individuals and businesses. Reiterating the commitment of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu's administration to cybersecurity, the statement adds that the government takes cybersecurity seriously. Earlier in the year, Lagos became the first state in Nigeria to set up an advisory board to provide oversight and advise government through the Ministry of Innovation, Science and Technology on cybersecurity best practices for a cyber-secure and smart Lagos. The Cybersecurity Awareness Month 2024, which runs through October, is a call to action by the government for all residents and organizations to protect themselves and businesses from online dangers with simple, effective steps. Still ahead. Educationists advocate more government commitment to welfare as Nigeria marks World Teachers' Day. That's the moment to stay with us.
Do you know that as a viewer, you have the right to complain about any broadcast content or conduct of Lagos Television you are not pleased about? For any of such complaints, call or SMS Director Programs on 00333-44915, Director News 003-696-2772, or Head Marketing 0022829898, or any of our social media handles. Lagos Television, the voice of Lagos.
Glad to have you back. Governor of Lagos State, Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu, has again reiterated his administration's unwavering commitment to the welfare of teachers in the state. Represented by the Commissioner for Basic and Secondary Education, Jamiu Tolani Alibalogun, at the 2024 World Teachers' Day celebration at the Nigerian Union of Teachers Pavilion, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu said the administration's commitment is evident in its commitment at ensuring that teachers reach the pinnacle of their profession in the state. We have details in Olumide Ojo's report.
The education family in Lagos State came out in their numbers to celebrate the 2024 World Teachers' Day, with the veterans in their very old age not left out. Governor Babajide Olusola Sanwo-Olu, represented by the Commissioner for Basic and Secondary Education, Jamiu Tolani Alibalogun, stressed his administration's unwavering commitment to the welfare and progress of teachers in the state.
In Lagos State, the values in recognizing the vital contributions of our teachers in developing curriculum and improving instructional methods, providing emotional support, guidance and counseling, fostering an inclusive learning environment, and embracing technology to enhance qualitative education.
State Chairman of the Nigerian Union of Teachers, Hassan Akintoye, Chairman, Lagos State Universal Basic Education Board, Hakim Shitu, and others spoke about varied issues concerning education in the states.
Let all of us come together, work together, collaborate, cooperate, and ensure that in our nation, in our state, we project quality education.
We must recognize that teachers hold the key to identifying the gaps in our education system and are best positioned to offer practical solutions.
Others commended the state governor for his positive attitude towards teachers while urging him not to relent.
We are talking of welfare. We want to appreciate our governor for doing wonderfully well. My own personal advice to the teachers of Lagos State is they should also learn to reciprocate what the governor is doing. They should do it with all their hearts, impart their knowledge, their skill, their competency. They should put everything, every of their hearts into teaching to make teaching better in Lagos State.
We continue to make requests, and God will help them to come and rescue us. But in Lagos State, I'm telling you categorically that Mr. Babajide Olushola Sanwo-Olu is performing well, listening to us and treating us well. I am proud to be a teacher and not a cheater. For more than over 3 decades I've been teaching in Lagos State. We thank God for this great state.
The theme of the 2024 World Teachers' Day is Valuing Teachers' Voice Towards a New Social Contract for Education. Olumide Ojo, LTV News.
Still staying with teachers, the Lagos State government is pledging commitment to expanding opportunities in skills training for females in technical education. This comes as the State Vocational Education Board joins the rest of the world to mark World Teachers' Day. We have details in this report.
It is the year 2024 World Teachers' Day, and it is being marked by the Lagos State Technical and Vocational Education Board last Feb. The theme, Valuing Teachers' Voices Towards a New Social Contract for Education, aims to foster a supportive environment for professional development.
The World Teachers' Day is celebrated worldwide to recognize the importance and contribution of members of this noble profession. As we recognize the importance of all our teachers in shaping the future, it's crucial to acknowledge the significant role of female teachers in male-dominated occupational skills in technical and vocational education.
It's not about policy formulation alone, but it's also about appreciating our amiable teachers in Lagos State.
So thank you for all for your contribution to education, but for being the catalyst of change and building a more equal, inclusive, and prosperous Nigeria.
The Executive Secretary of LASTVIB emphasizes the state government's commitment to creating an enabling working environment for women in the technical and vocational sectors, stating that the focus is to ensure equal access to training and resources for female professionals.
We aim to expand opportunities for girls in skills training by encouraging them to pursue training in non-traditional areas for females.
The Civil Service Commission remains the center where we manage careers of teachers. And if anything is happening, no matter how busy we would be, we are always excited that our teachers are appreciated, identified, and celebrated.
In recognition of outstanding contributions in the education sector, the award for the Best Teacher of the Year was presented to an exceptional educator who serves as motivation for other teachers, encouraging excellence and dedication in the profession.
Now, in this special report, our education correspondent Olajumoke Oyewumi x-rays the importance of the day and significance of educators as stakeholders, emphasize need to continually recognize their vital role in empowering people through education and changing society.
Established by United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, UNESCO, in 1994 to emphasize the value of teachers in delivering excellent education and encouraging an appreciation of learning in their students. World Teachers' Day is celebrated annually to honor the outstanding efforts of educators who are essential in forming the brains of future generations. With the theme, Valuing Teacher Voices Towards the New Social Contract for Education, this year's World Teachers' Day highlights the importance of recognizing and amplifying the voices of educators, addressing their obstacles and the benefits they provide in the classrooms.
Public education should be very well funded. As of today, if you go to some universities, private universities that I may not want to mention for the sake of advice, to read law, to read medicine, you may need up to about 5, 6, 7 million naira. But if public education are very well funded, why do we need that? It is a challenge. Don't leave any child behind. Because the children you are refusing to train now will not allow those ones you have trained to rest.
Stakeholders further advocate need for collective efforts to achieve quality education and collaboration to ensure unbiased education is offered at all levels. Olajumoke Oyemumi, LTV News.
And away from education stories now, the Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer of Global Transport Policy, Segun Musa, says giving workers the right leadership skills and knowledge will improve service delivery. He stated this at a training on emotional intelligence organized by its Academy for Personnel of Nigeria Immigration Service. Magbujusu reports.
The Immigration Service remains the first contact entering into any country, especially for foreigners. It is therefore important for the service personnel to be equipped with required knowledge and information on all forms of interaction. It is at this instance that Global Transport Policy is holding a free workshop intervention series for critical institutions in Nigeria, including officials of the Nigeria Immigration Service, on emotional intelligence and leadership skills.
Talking about leadership is all about leading by example. Talking about leadership is all about creating role models. Talking about leadership is all about preparing people that be better than you in any way you meet yourself. Because like I said earlier on, if you don't give them the knowledge and the kind of information that will position them strategically, then you won't be able to have people that will take over from you.
The leadership training is going to be of a great importance to Immigration Department, because we need all the skills that we are being taught today. We need to impart it on our work to be able to go wild on all the things we are supposed to do. What I'm taking away from this training is the knowledge I've gained, the experience gotten from all the topics that we have gone through. It will help me a lot in the delivery of my duties.
Chief Executive Officer of the Academy, Segun Musa, says feedbacks from previous trainings are quite encouraging and point us to do more.
Gone are those days you see the policemen, they will jump in front of your car, they will stop you abruptly and tell you, bring this, bring that. It's reducing drastically now. Their reception is changing. The same thing Federal Road Safety, the same thing LASTMA. You hardly see LASTMA jumping on any vehicle again. And the way they approach you, I've had an encounter with 2 or 3, and I stayed at distance watching them, and I realized that their interaction has changed. And these are part of what we want to achieve.
Participants of this ongoing training organized by Global Transport Policy include officials of military, paramilitary, Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria, Nigeria Civil Aviation Authority, Nigerian Safety Investigation Board, Nigerian Airspace Management Agency, National Union of Road Transport Workers, Road Transport Employers Association of Nigeria, and others. Magbujusu, LTV News.
Now, Nigerians have been advised to imbibe the virtues of love, patriotism, and sacrifice to enhance peace and development in the face of economic and security challenges. Speakers at a forum stressed at the Lagos Muslim Congress annual lecture in commemoration of Nigeria's 64th independence anniversary stated this. Adekola Hastrop compiled this report.
According to experts, peace and harmony is an ideal path to effective management of disputes and conflict resolution in a society. This gathering of Muslim scholars by Lagos State Muslim Congress in commemoration of Nigeria's 64th independence anniversary is to advance conversations on the vital role of religious tolerance in nation building.
It is a chance to reflect on how far we have come, acknowledge the hurdles we still need to overcome, and recommit to working together towards a brighter tomorrow.
Speaking on the theme, Building a Great Nation, Collective Responsibility of the Leader and the Led, guest lecturers outlined expectations from government and citizens.
Just as the government has a responsibility over us, so do we owe the government our own responsibilities as well. Our leaders are
a reflection of ourselves.
A true leader must have a bird's eyes perspective to issues unlike the tenors, visions sensed by the followership. It is tough for a leader to take decisions which are in the best interest of the followership, rather than to follow the popular demand or popular glamour that are postponed to the economic pains temporarily.
It emphasized the need for various ethnic groups to shun violence, embrace peace, and unite for stability and development.
Education is a component that shelters the state, the society, and the family with a good governance structure, which my elder brother has elucidated when he took the podium.
In fairness to the government, things have been upside down for a very long time, and things have been increasingly upside down and wrong as well. So I encourage the government to prioritize social development, and then we will begin to see changes.
Religious leaders were also advised to acknowledge their role as custodians of peace by refraining from making inflammatory statements that could disrupt social harmony.
If you're just joining us, you're watching Lagos Television News at 8. Coming up. Lagos State Government's restrained commitment to food security. That's in business news. Do join us again.
The Lagos State government has once again reassured residents and young people of enhancing productivity, sustainability, and overall efficiency across the agricultural value chain with designed policies and programs. Commissioner for Agriculture and Food Systems Abisola Olusonya said this at the selection of virtual business speech for the Lagos Agriton Food Systems grant funding.
With LSCTF having so much expertise around the giving of grants and loans, and also a co-innovation center having platforms where they've always supported people, particularly in the technology space, in collaboration with the Ministry of Innovation, Science and Technology. We felt we couldn't have it better. If they are able to develop these bigger businesses, they then would be able to create more jobs and, you know, obviously improve the economic situations of so many people. So we felt that coming together And creating this for them would go a long way also in all of the efforts we are trying to make in enhancing food security.
Beginning with submission of business pitch, the top 50 are being selected, while they will move on to a mentor's nest and the finale pitch event where 20 winners will emerge.
Closing the loop on everything we are doing for the youth and trying to make sure that for every stage in a child's life up until maturity, there is a space in which they can play, and we are just creating this ecosystem for them. We can't do it on our own. We'll continue to seek for private sector support. We'll continue to seek for multilateral and bilateral agency support. Interministerial department agencies, ministries also will continue to seek for their support. And more importantly, we just want the young Nigerians, that we have here forging ahead, looking into the future to see that there is a future, that there is potential in the food system space.
The Lagos Agriton is an agricultural hackathon designed to provide a dynamic platform for startups to pitch their groundbreaking solutions aimed at revolutionizing the agriculture sector.
The average cost to become a pilot in Nigeria is between 18 and 34 million naira. This includes flight school tuition, which covers ground school, flight hours, instructor fees, and examination fees, and more. These fees alone put paid to any ambition of an average Nigerian who wants a career in the industry. These pilots say it took courage and perseverance to achieve their dreams.
About 10 years as a cabin crew. So finally did my training between 2011, 2013. Then eventually I got my type in 2015. So since then, I've been flying as a pilot. Yeah, it comes with the, with the high and lows and all that, but with perseverance, we're still here. And
you have to cause a mindset that tells you that, okay, I'm just like any other person. Someone else has done it, I can do it as well. There's no special training required as a woman to be a pilot. There's nothing else that is required. All that is required from you is to make sure you pass all your exercises, all your exams, just as your male colleague.
A professional pilot is a career path that comes with significant rewards as well as numerous challenges. The most outstanding of these challenges is the high cost of training.
By 2026, it is projected that there will be 350,000 shortage of pilots in the world. This pilot seminar seeks to plug the deficit with information and advocacy.
How can we create the general aviation environment which becomes the forebearer of the process to commercial aviation? Because general aviation is where you will find the opportunity to fly and build the hours to step into an airline job, which is commercial aviation.
Today we have a lot of professional pilots here, and there's nothing as good as hearing from the horse's mouth, somebody who is really practicing this in this profession. So by the time they leave here today, they are going to be better informed. At least now they are aware about the challenges, the benefits. It's always better to know what you are getting into than dabbling into it.
Professionals believe intervention, funding and grants will not only address the skills gap, but will be a major source of foreign exchange earnings. Joshua Murakinyo, LTV News, Lagos.
The 2024 edition of the Commodore Independent Boat Race ended with winners across various events receiving prizes after a series of keenly contested competitions. Aimed at promoting water sports and nurturing athletes to represent the country at international championships, the one-day event showcased talents that will be further developed and exposed. The event, organized by the Navy Sailing Club, Ojo, brought together over 60 competitors who participated in various disciplines, including sailing, GP14, and laser, as well as kayaking and open water swimming.
Very okay, very nice, because the glamour in it, and the representatives, they did well in the swimming, in the kayaking and in GP14. They did very, very well.
We advise the parents to bring their kids down here for training so that they catch them young. When they are gradually growing up, you know that they become perfect in terms of swimming or other activities.
This multidiscipline competition served as a platform for talent discovery and, more importantly, prepared Navy officers to represent Nigeria at the International Sailing Regatta Admirals Cup to be held in India this December. Commodore of the club, Captain Festus Adewuyi, emphasized the significance of the competition and praised the commitment and support of the Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Emmanuel Ikechukwu Ogala.
We continue to expose them to training. With more training, they will be able to acquire more skill in order for them to participate actively in water sports. We are still going to have another race before the year round off, and that's why we are calling on the corporate bodies and private individuals to come and sponsor both races at the Navy Sailing Club so that we can use it to develop our athletes and sailors.
The flag officer commanding Western Naval Command, Rear Admiral Mustafa Bala Hassan, represented by Chief Staff Officer Rear Admiral Abdul Hamed Baba Ina, reaffirmed the Nigerian Navy's strong interest in the development of water sport, particularly with its personnel's participation in international championships.
More needs to be done, and that is being done. And that is why the club tries to catch them young, pick members or family members or personnel or people within the environment to come in to learn these sports and make it part of them.
The top 3 winners in GP14 and laser sailing were presented with prizes, while the top 5 participants in kayaking and open water swimming for boys and girls also received awards.
Brazil are world champions once again.
Brazil was crowned world.
Glad to have you back. On the foreign scene, at least 10 firefighters have been killed in an Israeli airstrike in a border area in southern Lebanon, the Lebanese Health Ministry says. A statement reveals the firefighters had been ready to go out on rescue missions from a municipal building in Barachit when it was struck overnight as rescuers were still searching for people trapped under the rubble. According to reports, there was no immediate comment from the Israeli military, but it says overnight fighter jets had struck targets belonging to the armed group Hezbollah in southern Lebanon. Report also has it that on Monday afternoon, Lebanon State-run reveals that Israeli aircraft has struck more than 30 towns and villages around the southern coastal town city of Tyre. Let's take a look at tomorrow's weather forecast. Before we go, a quick look at our major stories. President Bola Tinubu has ordered police to secure Rivers State local government secretariats after violence rocked the state following attempts by new chairman to resume office. Lagos State House of Assembly has suspended chairman of Alimosho local government, Jalili Suleiman, directs vice chairman to take over. Wife of Lagos State Governor Dr. Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu is expected to inaugurate tuberculosis champions across local government areas. Israeli airstrike has killed 10 firefighters in southern Lebanon border. For more news, connect with Lagos Television on these social media platforms. And our pattern shot tonight: peace begins with tolerance and respect for everyone. Please remember to call Lagos toll-free line 767 or 112 in case of emergencies. On behalf of the production team, I am Joshua Murakinyo saying continues to stay safe and good night.
The Conversation.